Visit with former Tiger pitcher Alden Cartwright, who joins us now. How are you, dude?
Hey, man. How are you, brother?
Fantastic. Paul Mainieri said after 8 games and 8 different lineups, this week he's going to pick a lineup and stick to it. You like that?
Absolutely, because I think, man, guys have to get into some form of rhythm. It's really hard for hitters and position players to get any form of rhythm, and when they're play one game, out the next game, play a couple, get out, get pulled, or quite frankly, when they do bad, they get pulled very quickly. They don't get a chance to, get in a real rhythm or with the people around them. Your whole infield and outfield and lineups constantly changing. Yes, I definitely think that's a good play.
So Paul tinkers, like we know that. That's part of his MO. As a player, when you're in the locker room and all that's going on throughout the season, how does the team, internally generally react to that?
It's kind of tough, right? Because baseball is a game of consistency. You're trying to be consistent, get in a rhythm. People have routines. Baseball players are the most superstitious people in the world. But when you get into a real routine, it's easier and things become, you can start to get comfortable. But when you're constantly worried about, is this guy going to take my spot? What's going to happen? Constantly moving around. Coach didn't put me in the lineup. I'm being moved around. You got to be very strong-minded. And so the ones that do not have the strong mental attributes are going to get really affected by it. But the ones that are strong really prevail and play for coach in the long run.
You said that baseball players are the most superstitious. I would disagree. I think Beth Torina from LSU softball is the most superstitious human that I know. Yesterday,
that's the same family, though.
You're right. It's similar. She yesterday, but like hers is just next level. And she told us yesterday on the show that she has a stuffed piglet, like the Winnie the Pooh character, and a rock in her jacket pockets at all times during the game, because one game she realized that when she put her jacket on during the game that her daughters had put these a rock and a piglet in the jacket pocket, so now she can't take them out. And she sent me a picture, and so that's up there on the screen right now. What was your biggest superstition?
I didn't have a true superstition, but I'll tell you one that I did that my wife for sure remembers, because when we first started dating, I had long, super long hair, flow days, man. Mm-hmm. Junior season, and I was dominating all fall and into the spring, and then I had a brutal outing. Like I shed 5-6 runs just. No matter what I threw, I got hammered. And it was right before the season. It was February. It was Valentine's Day, actually. Mm-hmm. And so my wife Sarah had never seen me with short hair. Dude, that day, left the box, went and cut off flow complete. Showed up to Valentine's Day dinner. She looked at me and said, "Who are you?" Like, didn't work. Gotta go.
Wait, but you maintain short hair now. Like, any interest in growing it out again?
No, yes, I miss the mane, I miss the long hair, I miss the flow, I miss the pushback. I still have a little party on top.
Okay.
I have short sides, I have a little fade going, but I still have the pushback on the top. Man, I'd love to, but the business world, they frown upon it a little bit.
Understood. I have the same issue, Alden. I got to keep it short for that reason. Alden Cartwright.
Flowing the way back, right?
Shut up. Alden Cartwright is, I guess. You don't get to make the jokes here, funny guy. At @Cartwright32 on Twitter. So tonight, Brandon KaMarr is going to get the ball. Give me your thoughts on KaMarr if you've seen him. The lefty who seems to be Mainieri's go-to lefty on the staff right now.
Man, I haven't seen much of him. From the little bit I have seen, he seems to be figuring it out. And if Coach is doing this type of thing, it means he has confidence, because when Coach gets into certain situations and he gets, kind of rocky trying to figure it out, he goes to the guys that he believes in. So this is a big moment for him. Louisiana Tech is no slouch. Those boys know how to play baseball, and they're going to come in the box and give you your best outing. So I hope he goes out there and performs, and he'll obviously get the ball more and more the more he performs. And so this is a true test. Go out there and get it. So
KaMarr will get the ball and not Eric Walker. Now, LSU is going to Houston this weekend, which we'll talk about because you were on the team in 2017 at the start there with the Shriners Classic. So I want to talk about that in a second. But what do you make of this, of KaMarr getting the ball today instead of Eric Walker?
Coach wants to see who, because your midweek guy, right? And LSU hasn't had it in a long time. Hasn't had true. Hell, man, this is the longest they've gone with having 3 starters in the weekend rotation. Now they have 4. That really becomes big in SEC play, regionals, Omaha type thing. So you have to be able to have a 4th starter. So I mean, this is a wake up call to Eric Walker, man. He's not giving you the ball. He does not. He's looking for someone that he can rely on, because that's what he looks for. He wants reliability. He doesn't want these ups and downs. He wants to know exactly what he's going to get out of you when he hands you the ball. And so this is his shot. Now, if KaMarr goes out there and ruins it, he's not going to get the ball again in that spot. He'll tinker with someone else.
Do you Tech beat LSU last year 12-1? It was a. I mean, they blasted them.
Love that.
Do you remember losing midweek games and then the following year having kind of a revenge factor in mind?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You don't want to lose to that team again, just because you take pride in your home state. As many people say that midweek games don't matter, they don't this, they don't that, whatever. Every game matters as a competitor. And so you remember you have that sore spot. You lost to an in-state team where these guys got told no, and you took their spot most of the time. And you lost? I mean, what's that say, right? And so you personally take that to heart. But, yes, in the grand scheme of things, midweek games don't ultimately matter, you can't drop them all, but personally they matter. So, yes, absolutely. These boys that remember it, they don't want to get – how embarrassing is that? The team come to your home field, they got told no to go to LSU, and they beat you 12-1.
Do you remember losing a midweek game and then, like, the next year it meaning sort of more, like, leading up to that game?
Yeah, Tulane. I believe in 2014 or 2015 maybe, we lost to Tulane on the road, or even better, ULL. My freshman year, it was a 2014. It was actually got rained out, but they deemed it enough innings to win the game, and ULL handed us our first loss of 2014 at home. And, yeah, absolutely. We take those games to heart to where the next year they're getting it. When you remember quite recently, Tulane's really had our number, though. So, I mean, it ebbs and flows. But, yeah, no, you remember and you want to go after them the next year. And you're like, you ain't coming and doing it. Or we're going to do it to you at your home plate.
Couple more things here. Center field, Giacomo, Maurice Hampton. What do you think?
I like Maurice. He has huge upside of his athletic ability and what he can do. He is a tremendous athlete, and he has power. He can really swing the bat. So if he can pull that out and do it, he's obviously got world-class athlete type deal. I mean, you can't just be playing some for a national championship football team. Oh, and by the way, starting center field for LSU baseball and not be world-class athletes. So you want those guys playing. So if he can get – it's all going to come down to who hits, right? They both are going to play an incredible outfield. They're both lightning fast. They both have very great abilities out there. It's going to come down to who can hit, because this team, you got to find offense. You got to find production. You have the staff to hold down anyone. Can you outscore them? Can you get the runs across?
Hughes or Cranford at short? And you didn't answer the question, by the way, in center.
Maurice.
Okay.
If Maurice can hit, I want Hampton in the outfield, because that dude, he's a gamer, man. You can just see he has that it factor. He has the ability to lose a baseball in the stands. He has the ability to throw out a guy at home plate. He's just a game changer. And he's a freshman now, so he hasn't had a lot of incredible amount of swings. He's only going to get better and better as the year goes on. So it's just getting him at bat. So I'm Maurice in the outfield.
Okay. Hughes or Cranford at short, assuming that's the decision.
Cranford every day of the week. I'm tired of seeing people not hit at the plate over and over and over again. You've proven yourself in the wrong way. Let someone else prove themselves in the wrong way. I'm at that point. Especially, Hal's biggest attribute was the glove, right? And then goes around and kicks around. You can't do that. Coach had you in there as a staple, as a leader to make plays in the infield, and you didn't do it. And then, and you're not hitting? Give someone else a job, Cranford.
What about left field? They've rotated a bunch. We've seen Wes Toops out there. We've seen Drew Bianco. Do you have an early lead who you'd like out there?
Man, I don't know much about West Hoops. I've heard great things.
None of
about
us
high
do.
School. Right, but I've heard great things, but I do not put stock into anyone that comes out of high. I learned that very quickly. There's high draft picks. This guy turned down this. This guy turned down this. This guy's a stud at this JUCO. I could give two flying craps. Prove it. And
Flying craps.
Bianco, man, that dude can frickin' swing it, and he's a meatball, dude. He's not afraid of anything. He's gonna look at that catch he made against the wall. You can't be afraid or timid and make that play. He's gonna not be intimidated by any team he faces. He's not gonna be intimidated by 98 miles an hour. He's not a scared dude. He's a grinder. He looks like he wants to punch you in the face when he's out there. So, man, I like Bianco. I just don't know much about West Hoops. You got to see him play, and I just don't put any stock until they prove themselves. And freshmen honestly have to prove themselves a lot more than someone that's kind of been around and had some big plays. But at the same time, Bianco's not really hit. What's his batting average right now?
I was looking at he's 0.63.
Yeah, that doesn't play.
He's 1 for 16 on the season.
But if a guy like that gets going, he has the ability to do it. So it's going to be I'd like to see Bianco do it because I know his grit and his tenacity and what he brings to the table. But if you don't hit, you do not play. So that's where West Hoops will be able to edge him out. So what's West hitting right now?
He's only 1 of 6 on the season, so it's been a limited sample size.
Yeah, same to you, right? So it's kind of, it's who has he said who he's playing tonight?
No, we're waiting on the lineup to be posted. So it's
going to be a very tall tale of what's going to happen over the weekend.
Yeah.
When you look at midweek games, he is seeing who can play.
You like this Shriners Classic in Houston?
Dude, it's incredible. I probably didn't make the trip in 2017. It was 20. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was 2015 we went.
The team went in 17 also. 15 would have been the first year.
I wasn't on the 17 team. Yeah, I wasn't on the season.
That's right. You were hurt.
Yeah, I gave up.
15 was the first year that they went.
Yeah, 15. So I can speak to 15. It's an incredible environment. They pack it. LSU fans travel. There's a different echo in the stands. There's only 10 or 12,000 when Minute Maid can hold much more. But it is electric. And you play 3 teams that if you don't saddle up, they're going to hand it to you. And so it is as competitive as baseball you're going to find. You're facing 1 through 9 in a lineup that can really play. You're facing a really good arm in front of a really good crowd. That's an SEC environment. That's the stuff that gets the juices flowing. Don't be surprised if you see Hill light up 99. I'm waiting to see 100, bro. I think it can happen. And that's when that type of atmosphere brings that out in players. You're going to see sharper stuff. You're going to see nastier stuff. You're going to see pitchers have more velo. Batters do a little more different things because it's giving that juices flowing. You're not playing whoever Eastern Kentucky is, even though they lost. But still, it's hard to get those juices flowing. This weekend, it's going to see who's men and who's boys.
The Texas game on Friday, they're saying it could be more than 20,000 people there. They're expecting a massive crowd for that game.
I didn't even think about it, dude. Texas is right there. LSU's played them before. There's a long history standing between them. I'm sure they have an incredible Friday night starter because Texas is a very top-notch program. Cole Henry against that guy, man. Sign me up. Inject that in my veins.
You do give flying craps about that.
Yes, I do.
Good.
I would like to give a lot more flying better words, but it's radio, and I'm trying to be nice.
Yes, please, terrestrial radio. Let's keep it clean. He's Alden Cartwright, former LSU pitcher, on Twitter at @Cartwright32. Thanks for the visit as always, man. Thanks.
Anytime, Matt. I appreciate it.
All right, man. We'll see you.